I recognise that you're breaking a few policies, so I'm wondering whether you're bank coppers or not. Okay.
Well, we're not bank coppers, we're just asking.
Well, it just starts with dodgy policies. It starts with the fact that you...
He just called her a bank copper, straight to her face. One drone, one police station, one confrontation no officer will forget. He flies his drone outside a police headquarters, and the officer thinks she's about to shut him down. But she's about to learn just how wrong she is. Because this man knows the law, section by section, word for word. And over the next several minutes, he takes her apart piece by piece, question after question, until she has nowhere left to hide. This wasn't just a stop. This was a masterclass in knowing and defending your rights. Stick around, because what happens next, you don't want to miss.
So we can...
Which section?
Just a few. Schedule 9. Air traffic management.
Which paragraph or section there? Schedule 9?
Huh?
Which paragraph? Because there's 8 paragraphs on it, isn't there?
Yeah, well, I'm not a drone expert. I'm not an air
Okay, well,
traffic.
it's just that if you want to ask me questions about it, you're going to have to know what you're talking about.
Well, I can ask you some initial questions. I mean, I don't see why there's an issue anyway. I mean, if you just...
I don't see why it's an issue.
That's why I say, why not just
So why are you here?
discuss it? Just having a conversation, that's all.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're working, aren't you?
Huh?
You're working today, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm having a conversation with you. Just find out about the drone, that's all.
Okay. No, I don't want to tell you. You told me that I was obliged to tell you, and that's wrong. That's actually inaccurate.
We can ask initial questions just to...
No, but I said, am I obliged to tell you? And you said yes.
Well, we're asking for you to account for your presence in using the drone, that's all.
Well, I don't have to.
Okay, well, you're flying it over the station.
Oh, is that the issue is?
Yeah, it was just quite close, because sometimes what we get is people flying drones like looking through windows. Obviously we've got sensitive information.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
Well, what does that matter what the weight is then?
Huh?
Well, you said to me what weight is it?
Yeah, because...
Well, the heavy drones not look as well.
Sorry?
The heavy drones are not capable of looking.
When it comes to... it's just whether it's got a camera on it and can record and that sort of thing.
Okay, well, you don't know that, do you?
That's what I'm asking you, that's all.
Okay, but you said I was obliged to tell you, and I'm not obliged to tell you.
Well, I can ask for initial information.
Yeah, but you said I was obliged to tell you.
Air traffic.
Am I obliged?
He's got a drone. She's got a badge. And neither one of them is backing down. What starts as a routine question about a flying camera is about to turn into a full-blown legal showdown, right outside a police station. This officer thinks she's in control of the conversation. She has no idea what's coming. The officer demands to know exactly which paragraph of Schedule 9 gives her the power to question him. Silence. She can't answer. And that's when the drone operator strikes, calling out the moment she told him he was obliged to answer her questions. It's a lie, and he knows it. In seconds, the power in this conversation has completely flipped. She came here to interrogate him. Now, she's the one on trial.
Am I obliged to tell you?
Okay.
It's not difficult.
It's not.
I tell you what my problem is.
Okay.
Is that at the moment I recognise that you're breaking a few policies, so I'm wondering whether you're bank coppers or not. Okay.
Well, we're not bank coppers, we're just asking...
Well, it just starts with dodgy policies. It starts with the fact that you're recording me and you haven't told me.
I was letting you fish. I was going to tell
Okay.
you.
So well, it says that...
My name's Tyler. Sorry, I will speak. My name's Tyler. I'm a police officer here.
Yeah.
Obviously, both of our body ones are recording.
Okay, but you should tell me before you start.
Okay.
You wasn't chasing me up the road, was you? So as soon as you start...
Okay.
But as soon as you start breaking policy, I then don't trust you.
Of course. So while we're here, obviously, our sergeant's just getting a little bit...
Well, tell your sergeant to come out then.
Yeah, no. Obviously, they're getting a little bit itsy that.
I know, but they...
Drone.
Okay, what I find is either somebody to control us or the sergeant. Sergeant's probably as useless on the drone laws as...
Yeah, of course.
Without
I don't know
consulting
anything
with
about
you.
it, so I'd love to know more.
I know
If
you don't
can
have to
tell
know
me.
everything, but if you're using that power to get information off me, I want you to know it. And if you don't know it, get your sergeant on the radio if you want.
I'd rather have a conversation. I want you to tell me about drones, really.
I know, but it's not a conversation. It's a fishing exercise, isn't it?
Well,
You're effectively collecting information on me, aren't you? That's data for a kick-off. So you're collecting information on me.
Right, we can, as I said, we can require the information.
Okay, am I obliged to give it to you? You sure you want to go down this rabbit hole?
As long...
Am I obliged to give it you?
But what I don't understand is if you're...
You don't, it doesn't matter if you understand.
If you're just flying things around, so...
The tension is rising, and now it gets personal. He drops a line that stops her in her tracks. He's starting to wonder if she's a bent copper. Why? Because she's already broken policy, filming him with her body camera without ever announcing it. Then comes the twist. A sergeant is being called in for backup. But instead of backing down, our drone operator doubles down, accusing the officer of running a phishing exercise, collecting his data without justification. The confrontation is no longer about a drone. It's about trust, and right now, there is none.
But it's not clear what purpose.
Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. Article 8 of the Human Rights isn't allowed. In fact, Article 1 of the first protocol means that I can do an activity without having a government entity bother me, and here you are bothering me.
We're not bothering you. We can require that under that act.
Okay, give me the paragraph then. You give me the paragraph and I'll give it to you.
I just told you what act it is.
Yeah, but I want specificity.
If I knew every single schedule of every single...
I don't want you to know everyone. I just want you to know the one that is looks like it's about to trample my rights. At least know that one.
Not at all.
Okay, well, I've got all the time in the world. You tell me what it is.
All I want to make sure is like nothing's malicious going on here. As long
How
as
are you going to do that?
I'm happy to let you, not by just having a conversation. I just
want to make sure there's nothing malicious going on here.
No, I know. Of course.
Very suspicious when the police don't want you photographing what we pay for. What is the problem with that?
It's a beautiful station. It's the newest one. But I think it's just when people inside can see it, I think they just get twitching. As long as we just make sure.
Okay. They're okay to get twitchy.
Of course. And you've been more than talkable to us, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you talking to me.
We've had a lot of criminal damage happening, and I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that we have had quite a lot of damage to vehicles lately.
Yeah.
So obviously,
I'd phone the police.
Our CCTV.
No, of course.
So obviously we have to keep an eye on what's going on. We've also got people that are harassing officers quite often.
Right.
But we are heightened at the moment around the station, the actual safety to staff.
Now the gloves really come off. He invokes his human rights. Article 8, Protocol 1, laying out point by point why the government has no business bothering him for doing something completely lawful. The officer scrambles for justification, bringing up recent criminal damage to vehicles near the station. It sounds reasonable until he tears it apart in real time. If somebody broke into 100 cars there, it wouldn't affect my rights, he fires back. It would just mean you'd have to do policing better. A brutal, calculated takedown, and she has no answer.
But you know what, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. And what you can't do is if somebody's doing something lawfully, then bring a load of stuff that's happened in the past. Because what it doesn't do, if somebody broke into 100 cars there, it wouldn't affect my rights.
No, I know, but...
It would just mean that you would have to do policing better.
Yeah, 100%.
Wouldn't it?
I agree with you. I think it's just making sure, as my colleague said, we've had recent cars smashed, so we're not here saying you've done anything.
No.
Of course, you're more than welcome to fly your drone. You know the law, the drone law, so you can trust that. It's just making sure that, as long as we come say hi, make sure you're okay. There's nothing else going on, which you seem fine.
Okay.
Everything has been recorded.
Can I tell you the other issue as well? Is the fact that
go ahead.
it looks like you're elevating the importance of the vehicles around your site over everybody else's, because vehicles get broken into everywhere where I live.
Course,
every town in the country has vehicles broken
it's a big
into.
Issue,
So it's not just about the proximity of your building; it's every building.
Oh no, 100%. I think it's just because it is a regular issue that's going on here, isn't it, in Devon? But I think because it's been more regular, just for us here ourselves. I know they've had issues along this site as well.
Yeah.
They're just a bit. They want to make sure our cars are safe, police cars are safe. Because obviously we barely get stock as it is. It's literally just come say hi, make sure you're okay.
What did you say your name was? Tyler.
Tyler. Yeah.
Is that your second name? BC Tyler.
No, Silsby.
Tyler Silsby.
Yes.
9332. Okay. What's your name, please?
Yeah.
9029.
Yeah.
You don't want to give me your name.
Bundy.
The excuses keep piling up and keep collapsing. He points out the obvious. Car break-ins happen in every town in the country. So why is his presence, filming a public building, suddenly the priority? And then the moment shifts. Names are exchanged. He gives his. She hesitates. This isn't just about a drone anymore. It's about accountability. Who is this officer? Why won't she say her name? The suspense builds as the balance of power tips even further.
Sorry?
Blundy.
Blundy?
Yeah.
Okay. that your first name?
Surname.
What's your first name?
Just PC.
Okay.
What was your name, sir? If
I don't give my name.
That's
No.
I'm just asking.
If I worked for you, I would.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, so I'm not going to give you my name.
No.
How are we getting on with that Schedule 9?
God.
How are we getting on with it?
I'm not looking it up.
All right.
I've just got the drone advice initial actions.
Okay.
You can require their identity details to confirm who they are, confirm that their flyer ID in operation is theirs.
Go on.
No,
So-
so we've just got a summary, that's what I'm saying.
All right, that's
The
no good then, a
instruction.
summary. You can't
So,
summarise
what's the
it.
make, model and serial number of the drone? Does it have a camera capable of recording? Does the pilot have an operator ID? Is it displayed on the drone? Does the pilot have a flyer ID? What category do they think they're flying in? Do they have any additional pilot qualifications?
They're nice badges, aren't they?
What, sorry?
They're nice badges that you have on your arms.
Oh, what, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the new jackets that just came in. Yeah.
I was just making a comment while you're researching.
I'm not going
Just small talk.
to spend time researching.
Why not?
Because I don't have the time.
Okay, well that's your sergeant then. He
Be
seems to
sent
know
up.
what he's on about, doesn't he? Why don't you? If one of us had a radio, we could contact him.
She refuses to give her first name, just a badge number, just a title. And in that refusal, everything the video has been building toward becomes crystal clear. One person is fully transparent, the other is hiding behind a uniform. Then, almost unbelievably, the officer is caught reading the drone regulations live on the spot, proving she never actually knew the law she was trying to enforce. A quiet, devastating blow to her authority, followed by an awkward attempt at small talk about police badges. The tension doesn't ease. It thickens.
I honestly don't understand.
It doesn't matter if you understand or not.
If
It doesn't matter. If the world had to stop every time you didn't understand something, it might never get going again. It doesn't matter that you don't understand. We're both sort of... Policy and law is the important thing here. Policy for you and law for me. And I know the law on drones. If you want to start getting information off me, you got to know the law as well. I'm sorry to say.
That's okay. I don't understand why.
It doesn't matter that you don't understand.
What I'm trying to say to you, if you're not doing anything suspicious, or
Okay.
anything, why not just have a conversation with us?
But that, you know, it's
Doesn't
only in
make sense.
Okay, it's only inexperienced officers to say that because, you know, if you'd heard of like Stephen Kishko and Barry George and Sally Clark, Birmingham 6, the Guildford 4, you'd understand why that statement was probably said to them as well. I don't trust the police.
Okay, right. So
I
that's where
trust
we are.
Tyler, seems a nice guy. Don't trust you, even though he filmed me without telling me he was.
We have to let people know as soon as practicable. All right.
And it was
when
practicable
when it comes,
when you walked up.
When it comes to any engagement with the public, we always put our body warns on.
How often do you tell them? Because I think that this is not the first time that you withheld that information. I suspect, I don't know you, but I'm willing to bet that every time you deal with somebody, you don't tell them that your body
That's
camera's on.
absolutely wrong.
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
So every time you approach somebody, you tell them your
As
camera's
soon
on.
as I can, yeah.
Okay. Well, could you have done that then?
Right. What you don't.
Could you have done that
What
then?
you don't appreciate is what everyone else.
This is where it gets historic, literally. He drops the names Stephen Kishko, Barry George, the Birmingham 6, the Guildford 4. Real people, real wrongful convictions, real reasons not to blindly trust the police. Policy for you, law for me, he tells her, a line that cuts right to the heart of the entire encounter. It's no longer a drone stop. It's a masterclass in why the public has every right to question authority, and why silence has never been the safe option.
This is going on at the same time.
What, like what?
Yeah, we've got other calls coming in. It's not always the first thing that I do try, but the main thing is that for your safety and mine, I'm always recording.
Yeah, but the first victim of that is my rights, isn't it? The first victim.
It's not.
It is.
Being a victim of your rights. You
It
have
is.
been informed. I mean, there's
Yeah.
not.
I have
not
a-
hiding it. There's a flashing light on it.
Do you know why there's a flashing light on it?
Yeah, so it's obvious that
No,
it's
there's a flashing light on it because the Home Office says that there's a suite of measures that you have to conform to. One, is the audibility of it. 2 is a flashing light. 3 is that you inform the victim, in my case, that you are filming. So what I want to know is that why would you adhere to 2 of them and yet the 3rd one ignore? Because the 3rd one is the most important. Informing me that you're filming me is important, not just because it's policy, but also because GDPR. You are a data handler. So this is why I don't trust you. Okay, so let's crack on, we'll get some work done. Unless you want to ask the sergeant
Yeah.
what the schedule 9 is.
Oh.
I'll hang around for 5 minutes if you
No,
want.
if you've got somewhere to be, then
I haven't. I'm going to finish my coffee,
yeah, okay, enjoy it.
get a few registrations.
You've got a few registrations.
Yeah, just pick up a few registrations.
Right, okay.
The final blow lands hard. He explains, calmly and precisely, why she was required to announce she was filming him, not just as policy, but under GDPR. She is, by law, a data handler, and she broke that law the moment she stayed silent. There's nowhere left for her to go. No comeback, no paragraph to hide behind. The officer concedes, get crack on, and walks away to search for car registrations elsewhere. And him? He finishes his coffee, calm, unshaken, victorious.